Lohicha, these three kinds of teachers in the world are blameworthy. And if anyone blames such teachers, his blame is proper, true, in accordance with reality and faultless. Which three? Here, Lohicha is a teacher who has gone forth from the household life into homelessness, but who has not gained the goal of asceticism. And without having gained this goal, he teaches his disciples a doctrine, saying, "This is for your good, this is for your happiness." But his pupils don't wish to hear, they don't listen, they don't arouse the thought of enlightenment, and the teacher's instructions are flouted. He should be blamed, saying, "This Venerable One has gone forth," etc., etc., and his instructions are flouted. It is just as if a man were to persist in making advances to a woman who rejected him, and to embrace her though she turned away. This I declare to be an evil doctrine based on attachment. For what can one man do for another? This is the first teacher who is blameworthy. Stop here for a moment. So what is the... He's talking about the goal of asceticism. What is the goal of asceticism? I think the goal of asceticism are those things said by the Buddha to be Uttari Manusa Dhamma. Uttari Manusa Dhamma. Manusa is human beings. Uttari is higher than human being. Dhamma is states. States higher than the ordinary human being. In other words, supernormal states. And what are these supernormal states? In the Vinaya, one is jhana. Jhana, the four jhanas, any one of the four jhanas also is Uttari Manusa Dhamma. And then psychic powers that come with the attainment of the four jhanas. And then including liberation. And then the paths and fruits of Aryahood. The first path, the first fruit, second path, second fruit, third path, third fruit, fourth path, fourth fruit. And only the fourth fruit is a liberated person. The others are partially liberated. So these are the goals of asceticism, goals of the holy life. The aim of the holy life is to achieve these states called Uttari Manusa Dhamma, supernormal or higher than normal human attainments. So this person, he has not attained anything, probably just become a monk. There are some people like that, they just become a monk and they quickly want to teach, but they are not qualified to teach. So because they are not qualified to teach, people don't listen to him. Again, there is a teacher who has gone forth, but who has not gained the goal of asceticism. Without having gained this goal, he teaches his disciples a doctrine, saying, "This is for your good, this is for your happiness." His pupils wish to hear, they listen, they arouse the thought of enlightenment, and the teacher's instructions are not flouted. He should be blamed, saying, "This Venerable One has gone forth," etc., etc., but has not gained the goal of asceticism, and without gaining the goal, he teaches his disciples. It is as if, leaving his own field, he should think that another's field is in need of weeding. I declare this to be an evil doctrine rooted in attachment. This is the second teacher who is blameworthy. I'll stop here for a moment. So here again, this second monk has not attained any of the fruits of the holy life, and he teaches, but people listen to him, people listen to him and heed his instructions, but then the Buddha says this teacher is blameworthy, because if the teacher has not cultivated himself, initially his followers may have a lot of faith in him, but later he will, because he has not cultivated himself, it's likely that he will do something wrong, break the precepts, or even break the major precepts, and then people lose faith in him, or he disrobes or something. So, in the suttas, the Buddha says that it is good for a monk to teach, or to learn the Dhamma, but the Buddha says that it is important for a monk to allot a certain time to go into seclusion and practice meditation. So, if a monk only teaches but does not practice himself, it's just like the Buddha says here. This farmer, instead of looking after his own field, he goes to tend to another person's field. Again, there is a teacher who has gone forth and who has gained the goal of asceticism. Having gone forth, he teaches, but his pupils don't wish to hear him. His instructions are flouted. He too should be blamed. Just as if having cut through an old fetter, one were to make a new one. I declare that this is an evil doctrine rooted in attachment. For what can one man do for another? This is the third teacher who is blameworthy. These are the three kinds of teacher that I spoke of as blameworthy. So this third teacher, he has gained a certain goal of asceticism, and he starts teaching, but maybe he has not prepared himself well enough, so people don't listen to him, so the Buddha says, but if he still insists on teaching, wants to teach, even though people don't welcome his teaching, then he is blameworthy. As far as the Dhamma is concerned, normally a monk should preach the Dhamma or teach the Dhamma when requested. If not requested, he should be careful, because sometimes people might not appreciate. If sometimes even not invited, a monk gives advice. If it's appreciated, then it's okay, but not if it's not appreciated. So also we must realize, the Buddha says, very few people are interested in the true Dhamma, because the true Dhamma involves cultivating yourself, making effort, letting go of your faults, your bad habits and all that, which a lot of people are not willing to let go. A lot of people still want to enjoy the world and all these things. So a lot of people are not interested in the true Dhamma. That's why Buddhas, 99.99% of Buddhas are Pacheka Buddhas. The Buddha looked into the past 91 world cycles and he saw only 6 Sammasambuddhas willing to teach the Dhamma to the world. Whereas the Buddha said at one time, outside Rajagaha, Wang Secheng, there is a mountain called Isigili mountain, and the Buddha said at one time there were 500 Pacheka Buddhas there. So you see, one time only you can find 500 Pacheka Buddhas. But 91 world cycles, you can only find 6 Sammasambuddhas. So 99.99% of Buddhas are Pacheka Buddhas. A lot of people don't realize this. And they make vows to become Buddha and all that, want to teach the world. But actually when they become a Buddha, they don't want to teach. Then Lohicha said, Reverend Gautama, are there any teachers in the world who are not blameworthy? And the Buddha said, Here Lohicha, a Tathagata arises in the world, an Arahant, Sammasambuddha, endowed with wisdom and conduct, well-farer, knower of the worlds, incomparable trainer of men to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, enlightened and blessed. He, having realized it by his own super-knowledge, proclaims this world with its devas, maras and brahmas, its princes and people. He preaches the Dhamma, which is lovely in its beginning, lovely in its middle, lovely in its ending, in the spirit and in the letter, and displays the fully perfected and purified holy life. A disciple goes forth and practices the moralities, guards the sense doors, etc., attains the first jhana. And whenever the pupil of a teacher attains to such an excellent distinction, that is a teacher who is not to be blamed in the world. And if anyone blames that teacher, his blame is improper, untrue, not in accordance with reality and faulty. Similarly, he attains the other three jhanas and various insights, abhinya. And whenever the pupil of a teacher attains to such excellent distinction, that is a teacher who is not to be blamed in the world. He realizes the Four Noble Truths, the past, the cessation of the corruptions, the asavas, etc. Whenever the pupil of a teacher attains to such excellent distinction, that is a teacher who is not to be blamed in the world. And if anyone blames that teacher, his blame is improper, untrue, not in accordance with reality and faulty. At this, the Brahmin Lohicha said to the Lord, Reverend Gautama, it is as if a man were to seize someone by the hair who had stumbled and was falling into a pit, and to set him on firm ground. Just so, I, who was falling into the pit, have been saved by the Reverend Gautama. Excellent, Reverend Gautama, excellent. It is as if someone were to set up what had been knocked down, or to point out the way to one who had got lost, or to bring an oil lamp into a dark place so that those with eyes could see what was there. Just so, the Reverend Gautama expounded the Dhamma in various ways. I go for refuge to the Lord Gautama, the Dhamma and the Sangha. May the Reverend Gautama accept me as a lay follower who has taken refuge from this day forth for as long as life shall last. That's the end of the sutta. So here, the Buddha says that if a teacher teaches and the disciple can attain these Uttari Manusa Dhamma, these states which are higher than the normal human being, namely the jhanas, the abhinyas or higher knowledges and liberation, then the teacher is not to be blamed. So, going back to the three teachers who are blameworthy, the first one has not attained any of this goal of the holy life. The second one also has not attained. The third one has attained, but people don't want to listen to him for various reasons. For example, maybe he has attained jhana, but there are some people who have a knack for teaching. Some people have no knack for teaching. Some people, the way they speak, people don't like. The Buddha says in the suttas that a teacher should be able to speak very clearly so that people can understand. He should speak slowly. Not everybody is able to do that. So this teacher, this third one who is blameworthy, just attained something, but he doesn't have the ability to teach. So people don't want to listen to him. So that's why he's blameworthy. But if he can teach his disciple to attain, any teacher can teach the disciple to attain the jhanas or the abhinyas, various types of psychic power, and attain the paths and the fruits, then he is not blameworthy.